The next contestant is Brandon Munro with a speech titled The Enemy of Tolerance. The Enemy of Tolerance, Brandon Munro.
You are on your way to the airport. And who doesn't love a trip away, especially when your ticket has a dream destination? Africa, the land of safaris, of mesmerising untouched landscapes and fascinating tribal culture. Well, that was me 15 years ago, en route to spend 5 years working in the southern African country of Namibia. I was running a company prospecting for copper in the remote and unexplored northern reaches of the country. And the adventure of my lifetime started the day I drove into a village of Himba tribespeople needing some help with the road. From that moment, my view of human relationships would never be the same. That day started a journey for me that revealed the enemy of tolerance. Now, the Himba people, they are one of the last tribes in Africa who to this day preserve a lifestyle almost identical to the way that they've lived for hundreds of years. The women coat themselves in a paste made of red ochre and cow fat over their entire body. Their headdresses involve elaborate braiding of their hair with mud and then fluffy black pom-poms on the end. Even the children have got fabulous hairdos, although these days, busy mums prefer the low-maintenance option. The conditioner of choice is a sticky black tar. Because of their remarkable preservation of their culture, more recently, YouTubers and Instagrammers have started portraying the Himba culture, objectifying it, and sensationalising it. You see, I only gave you the PG version of their culture. And the reason why people visit the Himba, either as tourists or through the prying lens of a YouTube channel, is for the spectacle of that contrast, the spectacle of the differences between their way of life and ours. And unfortunately, without even thinking about it, that contrast becomes a justification for intolerance. It's not even our fault. You see, contrast-based prejudice was baked into our DNA. As we evolved, we became experts at spotting contrast. You had to know if that subtle rustle of the leaves hit a hungry lion. As we became communities and tribes, we had to learn the contrast of knowing who belonged versus the outsider who was a threat. The ability to identify and act on contrast was a strength, and tolerance, well, that was a weakness. Tolerance could put your tribe at risk. And even in modern times, we have demanded such conformity that we can go to war on a religious basis for decades. And I'm talking two Christian religions that share 98% of their values, Protestant and Catholic. I had some fabulous experiences with the Himba people. I'll never forget watching my translator explain as delicately as possible why I just couldn't accept Chief Rahozu's very generous and prestigious gift of his daughter as a second wife. Luckily, my first and only wife was not there to explain the consequences in a less delicate way. I had joyous moments, such as when Chief Chiposa found out that my parents were coming all the way from Australia. So he threw a feast that was such a good party, it went on for 4 days. And we shared touching moments, like when Chief Kovita summons me to explain that he had cancer. In the remote African bush, he was realistic about what that meant, but he made me promise that I would come back from Africa when his time came. A promise that COVID broke on my behalf. Through those experiences, I had the privilege to understand that despite all of these differences, despite the fact that the Himba live a life that is unimaginably different to all of us, we still share a common humanity. Just like us, the Himba have hopes and dreams. Just like us, they face challenges and suffer setbacks. And just like us, when they lose a loved one, they feel the agony in their hearts. Sure, there's differences. Of course there's differences. We have dreams of owning a mortgage or finally building that swimming pool. A Himba goat herder dreams of one day owning a cow. We're challenged by the cost of living crisis. The Himba, well, when the rains don't come, they're challenged by a remaining living crisis. And we get frustrated watching the TV and seeing politicians come and go and break their promises once again. The Himba, they watch the skies and look for rain clouds that come and go and once again break theirs. Despite those differences, when it comes to the essence of what makes the Himba people human, they are just like you and me. When it comes to their humanity, they're just like you and me. Please, look down the aisle, look around you, and ask yourself, who do you see? Because I want you, from this day forward, to look beyond the obvious spot of difference. See beyond gender, race, politics, wealth, dare I say it, football team. And for God's sake, look past religion and culture. This world needs tolerance more than ever before. And that tolerance starts with all of us looking beyond the contrast and finding what we have in common, and then piecing together where that commonality can create the tolerance. You don't need to work with a remote tribe. You don't even need to go to Africa. Your journey can start today in this room. Join me to create peace with the enemy of tolerance.